So we're here free bowling, which means I don't have any stats. I'm just here. I'm not really feeling it, but we'll see. At this point, just keeping the ball in the lane would be enough. Let's get it.
Welcome to a special episode of League where we are actually pre-bowling as a team since we have our SB tournament this weekend. We'll miss actual League night. Because this is a different night for me, I believe that it kind of threw my energy off and it is a little bit low today, but we still have to show up and try and rally, so I'm definitely going to try and pump my energy up and convert some strikes. It's really interesting watching yourself back in like future me here is talking to you, and I know that this night started off rough, but just looking at where I've come and knowing where I am now as a bowler just makes me so excited to share this journey. I'm so happy that you made it here. Please think about subscribing so that you can see me finish out the summer extremely strong and really lean into my 200 average that I'm striving for. Big things to come. So let's get into it. I started off using my Black Widow Toxin for game 1. I find that performs better in the early games at these lanes. The problem is I'm not hitting the mark. My speed's low. I'm just not warm yet, and it's really showing. I don't know, but I'm fighting for all the spares that I can get. If they're not a split, it was not perfect. It was a good starting point.
I bowled a 168. One of the lanes I figured out early, but apparently not. I had 3 opens. And, only up from here, figuring out my line. I'm not hitting my line right now. I'm definitely hitting inside, and the only thing that seems to be carrying are Brooklyn shots, which is super frustrating. But here we go. Game 2, hopefully will be better.
Going into game 2, really trying to make something work because I understand what my line is doing. I just need to hit it. So let's see if I can find it and actually consistently hit it at the correct speed. Because what I have been learning is if my ball is not going fast enough, it is not going to perform how I want it to. But it's looking pretty good right now. Watching this back, why was my ball going so slow? Like, really, what else did I expect to happen except for these nasty splits to happen? Like, you can see the pin fall as it just kind of goes into.
I moved.
And at least I'm consistent because those balls look very, very similar, hit very, very similar spots. They just weren't the spots that I needed them to be in. But hopefully we can recover. We started off this game strong with a few strikes. Hopefully we can recover and still have a decent game. I am really curious though, am I the only one where it honestly takes me a couple of games to warm up? Let me know in the comments how long it takes you to get warm and like really find your rhythm and find your shots in the game. Because I think that is what I'm really trying to work on. Sometimes I have to come and throw a couple of games before league just to get my body going. Because sometimes it just takes too long to get started and it just costs you so much. There's only so much time. And we can't be missing easy spares like this. Like, this is crazy.
I can't seem to keep the energy. I think that I started game 2 off with 3 strikes, and then I had 2 splits, which means 2 opens. I ended with a 184. My speed, slowed my speed down too low in the middle of the game, and I picked it back up when I finished strong, kind of. 184. Here we go.
Last game turned out decent, and we're going to try to keep this momentum. But I think that one thing that really doesn't get talked enough about in this sport that is something that you really have to work on and you really have to build this muscle and skill is mental fortitude. Staying focused throughout the games, each ball, each frame, because clearly I was not focused. I threw basically the same ball twice, and it's lightweight, a little bit embarrassing. And I know I was just fatigued. And at some point, you just have to work on working that muscle so that you stay locked in. You push through the tired, you ignore distractions, and you show up and you perform for yourself and for your team, and you do what you need to do. And that is not what I did here in this game, but it's definitely a takeaway of something that I'm going to be working on in the future, is to be able to block out distractions and really push through, even when I'm not feeling it, when my body's tired.
147. 2 gutter balls. My thumb is bleeding. And very upset with the way that last game turned out, and that is all I have. We will continue on to get my life together because I'm so much better than what I'm bowling.